How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to Garrett Fab. Today I'm gonna work on putting some notches in that right there. So basically, as you can see, what I've done is I've gone ahead and I've marked my center line right here. And I've also marked a line right there that I'm gonna cut down to make that nice and even so that I can work on getting those, and yes, I'm gonna clean them up, welded into here. So basically, most people, the way they tackle this is they take a die grinder, or not a die grinder, a cutoff wheel and a grinder, and they just cut all that off. Something else I need to do is these shock mounts here. I need to go ahead and get those rivets off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up on a tripod, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. I have a plasma cutter, so I'm going to go ahead and use that just because I'm lazy. It's a little quieter. For the rivets, for the shock mounts, I'm just going to be doing like the cutoff wheel, cut across in them and then knock them off. I've done a couple videos showing how to do that. So if you haven't seen those, check those out, and let's get after it. right, so I got all that cut off. This used to be right here. And do as I say, not as I do. You see my moving blanket here. Well, I thought I was being smart, and I got a piece of steel to put in between it and the plasma cutter. Well, the blanket still caught fire, so I drug it outside and I wet it down really good and did the other side. All's well and good. So do as I say, not as I do. Get you either a actual fiberglass welding blanket, or if you have one of these, wet it down first before you do that. But basically what I've done is I cut that out right here in this section, and I had to modify the cuts both here and here. Not as much here, but definitely right here. But what I did was, let me pick this up here. What I did was I set this down in here after measuring the center of the notch, and I lined it up with the center line of the wheel and everything, and then I marked where that's going to get cut out. Now, the thing is, I made sure that this top portion was level in relationship to front and back on the truck. So that's just something to kind of keep an eye out for and make sure you do. So now what I'm going to do is, where those white marks are, I'm going to cut that out so I can actually sit the notch up in that area. And I probably need to take the wheel and tire off just to get some extra room so I can clamp the notch piece in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and get everything out of the way and move along. Something I forgot to mention and did not do on my first cuts is, when you're doing this, make sure you support right up underneath there on both sides to keep that rear end from sagging. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to continue on with my cuts.
1 week later.
How's it going, guys? We're back at it. It's the next weekend. My battery died and I didn't realize it. I had the notch tack welded in, all lined up, everything, so I had to cut that back out. But on a side note, I contacted Send Cut Send and had these made up. I designed these in Fusion 360 and CAD. No, not cardboard aided drafting or design, I mean. It is an actual CAD program. I've shown that to y'all before. But I made these to, let's go down here. I made these to replace these because I'm going to have what is going to be a 6-link. So those are going to take the place of these here. And from this point, I'm going to make another bracket. I'm probably going to contact them again, and I'll design something up and have them bend and cut it out. But I'm going to make some kind of bracket similar to the KP6 link, but it's going to come down, and the bar is going to go. The bar is going to go forward to about here-ish, and it's going to contact to this point here, or connect to this point here, and basically that's going to allow me to mount a bag or bag bracket here, or anywhere along here underneath the frame rail, because in this section here is going to be the Blazer gas tank that I'm installing. Now, mind you, this is not a any kind of sponsorship or endorsement or anything. Well, actually, it is kind of an endorsement. I paid for this. I was not contacted by them. I contacted them. I ordered this. I paid real money for this. This is not a sponsorship of any kind. The channel's far too young for that. But if you have anything that you need cut out, or a bracket that you need made or bent up or anything, they can bend up to 1/4 inch thick steel plate. And I don't know if they use CNC. Well, obviously they use CNC. I don't know if they use plasma or water jet. I kind of think they use water jet, which is great. But yeah, very fair price. I didn't pay all that much for these. I definitely recommend using them. So with that said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting this in there, and we're going to get it all tack welded up and make sure everything's nice and level. I'm going to use those to make sure that everything's level this way and that way. So yeah, I'll put you on a tripod and we'll get after it. Alright, so what I did is I cleaned up all in here, got all the rust off, and I just sprayed some well-through primer on it. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to start getting that mocked up, and we'll get it tacked in. Alright, as you can see, I've got it tack welded in. Everything is pretty well level, both side to side and front to back. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this welded in up here, as well as here, and the same thing over here. Now, ow, that's my knee. I didn't need that at all. Come on, phone. Now, as you can see, I cut a little notch there so that bolt will clear. That is in case I ever have to take those off for whatever reason. I'm leaving that a possibility. Once that's all welded in, I'll go ahead and throw a coat of primer. Right now there's welding primer on it, but I'll go ahead and throw a coat of primer on there, and then I'll have to cut out that center section, and we'll be ready to roll. That's fire number 2. Alright, well, I had a little bit of excitement, as you saw. Nature of the game, I guess. I gotta get a welding blanket or 2 next on the shopping list. Anyway, I went ahead and got a good portion of it welded in. I've got a couple of things that I need to finish up. They're not the prettiest welds in the world, but hey, they will hold. I had some blow through over on this side. Mainly because I had to grind that down so thin, but it's in. So now I need to cut out that center section, and then I can weld up in here on both sides. And while I'm at it, I'll weld this section in right here, and she'll be in. Okay, as you saw, the battery on the Sawzall died. Um, it's sitting there right now. I got the battery on charge. Dewey and I went to Culver's to grab lunch. So I'm going to finish cutting this out. I just got to finish out that. Actually, it's. Which one is it? Yeah, I just got to finish out this cut. And then that piece will come right out and I can finish up all the welds. So let me put you on a tripod and we'll get after it again. Alright, there you go. All that's left is for me to do some finish welding in areas like this and on the back side and all that. But outside of that, she's done. So I'm going to go ahead and knock all that welding out, and I'm going to clean up all the edges, and I'll show you the final product once I get done with all that. Alright folks, I'm basically done. I've got one side done at least, so I've still got to do this other side, but I'm tired. I'm going to knock out this other side hopefully today. You know, if you've watched this far and you like what you see, go ahead, like, subscribe. Don't forget to do all that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Yeah, I'll catch y'all on the next one.